Hi, GenderBlenders. Welcome to week 52. And this week's topic is, how do you know when you're ready for transition? What advice would you give to those struggling with themselves to start transition? And did you struggle? Let me answer those in reverse order. Did I struggle? For me, I didn't know that I was trans for a long period of time. What I found was a side effect of medication kind of made me feel a whole lot better. And so I started doing a lot of researching as to what was happening to me. How could I mimic these effects? Because I liked them. And those, for whatever reasons, were some development of my breasts and emotions. And it was amazing. It was just so much good it was doing me, and I just didn't understand at the time. So I did a lot of research. I researched what was happening to me, and discovered, this has to do with genderism. Still didn't understand that I was really should have been male to female gender transition. But I researched the medications, the dosage, researched the surgeries, put myself on hormones. That's all I did. I just put myself on hormones. And I stopped. I got scared. And I started again. And I stopped because I got scared. But my health was deteriorating, and I felt really, really, really good on the hormones. So did I struggle? I think that is a struggle. However, I did a lot of soul searching, did a lot of research to understand what was happening. Ran across a very wonderful community here on YouTube of some transgendered people. Now you got to understand, at this point, I still didn't understand that I was a transgender. I didn't know what was different about me. One could say clueless, because I managed to get through my entire life not really understanding that I was a little bit different than the norm. But once I understood what was happening, I did a lot of soul searching, as I said, put myself back on hormones. Then the girl emerged in me, and I knew what I had to do. Once I understood that, with a lot of help from a lot of people here on YouTube and a lot of people here on GenderBlenders. And once I understood what was going on, I continued, and I have never looked back. So did I struggle? Yeah, initially I did. But once I understood what was happening, and after I had gone through enough preparation and enough understanding, the rest of it is just falling absolutely right into place. I have had almost no issues with this transition. That includes with people, with work, on my own front, with my son, with the church. It's amazing. My family, not a problem. I have one sister who's absolutely marvelous, and she's given me a lot of bling and helps me a lot in picking out clothes and things like that. Stuff that a typical teenager needs to understand. So that's been wonderful. But I think a lot of that is due to the preparation. So advice for those struggling with themselves. So now I'm going to move down up to the advice to those struggling with themselves to transition. Prepare yourself. Understand what is going on. Explore all the alternatives. I sure did. Have you given your form, your current form, a fair chance? You don't want to rush into this willy-nilly. You don't want to rush into this without really understanding what's going to happen to you. Because a lot can happen. So prepare yourself. Understand what your alternatives are. Understand what your escape paths are, your contingencies. What happens in various conditions? What do you do if something shows up? How are you going to tell your parents? How are you going to tell your friends? Prepare all that ahead of time. How do you know you're ready to transition? You never really do, I guess. However, once you understand, do you know what you're getting in for? Do you know what the side effects are? Do you know what the permanent changes are going to be in your body? The stuff that you're not going to be able to change. For those male to females, maybe you'd like to, how shall I say, play with yourself? That's going to kind of go away. You'll get your benefits in other ways. But do you want children from your seed? Because that's not going to happen unless you take proactive steps right now. Envision your life 5 years from now without transition. Can you live it? Then you're not ready. Have you asked what's going to happen? What are you going to do? How are you going to take care of different contingencies? Do you have enough money? Do you have enough resources? Do you have enough support? Who's going to be your support? Those are the kinds of questions you want to ask yourself. Once you have all of those answers all lined up in a row, then you know you're ready. That's why I answered this in reverse order. Did I struggle? Oh, you betcha I struggled. But I struggled only because I didn't prepare well enough. As much as I should know better, I didn't. But that's why we are here, to help other people out, to prevent them from making the same mistakes we made, to help them through, guide them through this transition. Are the rewards there? Oh, yeah, they are. You heard me say at the beginning of this, once I understood that I was really a female inside, it made so much sense in all the little hidden things in my life. Everything fell into place. My health just absolutely skyrocketed. I can't repeat that enough, because it's just so different. You're happy in your chosen gender. But once you understand that, I haven't looked back at all, and I won't look back. There is nothing going to stop me. Once you get an attitude like that, you're ready to transition. So I hope this has been a little help to you folks. This is Steffi. Until next week, on GenderBlenders, we'll say bye-bye.